Tell us a little bit what life is just like day to day in Yemen right now.
It's really hard, frankly. I've had the privilege, actually, of traveling extensively inside Yemen, and I see every day the impact the war has had on people. I see it in the schools that have been destroyed. I see it in the infrastructure, roads and bridges that are not functional. But more important, I see the people. I remember one trip up towards Hodeidah on the Red Sea coast, and I was traveling in an area that very few people had been able to get into, and that was the whole purpose, was to get there. And just traveling and talking to people, they're worried about landmines in their fields. There are landmines in the schools, the unexploded ordnance that kills and maims people nearly every day. They don't have access to water because of the front lines. They can't cross over to where their fields are, or where their schools are, or where their health clinics are. It's sad because as I travel around, many people, particularly mothers, grab my arm physically and just say, basically they have a story they want to tell about what they're facing, trying to keep their children alive, to get their children an education, to get the medical attention that they need. It's just devastating, and it's just every year the war goes on, it gets worse for all of these Yemeni people.
And I mean, what does government feel like? For the average citizen on the ground, who are they looking to for any relief at this point?
Outside of the international assistance that's coming in, which is considerable, over $2 billion of assistance a year, it's important to keep in mind that it's a civil war, so there's two governments. There's the recognized government headquartered in Aden right now, and then the controlling authority in the north based in Sana'a. And both are quite challenged, frankly, to provide basic services. We do a lot of that. We provide the fuel. We provide for hospitals, for water systems. It's very hard to find the funding to keep these operations going. Those governments don't have the resources. In the southern part of the country, you have a currency that continues to decline. The rial has hit lows as much as 1,700 to the dollar, and it was not so many years ago, about 250. Purchasing power has considerably declined. So the cost of food has gone up for everyone. The cost of transportation, distribution has all been complicated by the conflict, so it's very expensive to buy food. So these impediments, combined with the loss of income for people, means that their incomes have gone down, prices have come up, and it's basically what's creating the food insecurity that we see throughout the country, affecting 20 million people. So it's really hard to see how these two different governments that are currently fighting each other can significantly contribute to the social welfare of the people on either side of the front lines.
You've said that the UN is providing about $2 billion a year. How much can you not do? What is the most urgent that just can't in any way be provided given the resources you presently have?
Well, we're looking actually this year for $3.6 billion just for Yemen alone, of which we've got about $2.1 billion. So there is that gap of $1.5 billion. That means people do not get a full ration of food. We're having to do half or three-quarter rations, so that's a major problem. But the bigger problem really is on the healthcare side. There isn't sufficient money for keeping hospitals operating or clinics in rural areas operating. The hospitals are overrun now because most of the clinics are closed. We're only getting about 20% of the money that we are asking for health. The same is true for water supplies, clean water. Between health and clean water, if you don't have adequate resources, and we don't, only about 20%, that contributes as much to mortality as lack of food. Then support for the internally displaced, 4 million people. We can't support 4 million people at this point in time with the resources that we have.